Dude, I don't think I've talked about my welding class on here before.
Yeah, I was in welding too.
Welding 2 or welding 2?
Welding 2.
Oh, dude, I was in welding 2.
Oh,
I was a second-year welder.
okay. What do you got?
But this was in welding 1.
Should we do a quick review?
Oh, yeah, dude, I forgot. Pull it up.
Let's do a Tech 1 review on a welding spot.
Okay. Perfect, dude.
All right, let me go to my app. Here it is. I got the Yelp app. Oh, I got to update it. Hold on. It'll be
dude.
1 second. It'll be 1 second.
Well, I'll start talking about the welding class then.
Yeah.
So I was in this welding class, and it was when I was in 11th grade. It was welding 1. And most of the class was seniors. Was it in 11th grade or 10th grade? Whatever. It was welding 1, and they were all a year older than us. No, they were all seniors. And so me and Neil were in there, and then like a bunch of these senior guys that were funny as fuck were in there. And
you were junior?
Yeah, I was a junior. And dude, this class was so bad. Like I should have fucking written down everything about this place first.
Yeah.
Because I won't be able to remember it all, but I remember most of it evolved around this kid Taylor. And this kid was just a fucking dumbass looking back. Like, I remember there was this other kid, Forrest, in the class, and he would fucking like, they would go gambling in Jackson, California, like the night, like on school nights, and they would come back like no sleep, went right when they turned 18, because you can go at the Indian casinos, I guess, back then. But he was like, the whole class revolved around penises, like the entire thing.
Why?
Just because, you know, they're fucking a class full of boys, high school boys, and everyone was just always either drawing or hitting each other in the dicks or something, stuff like that. Like, Hyatt, our teacher, would show people how to weld.
Yeah.
So you're all standing around the teacher, and then like everyone would have the welding masks on so you could like see what he's doing.
Yeah.
And every single fucking time, dude, every time you'd like, it's 5 seconds into watching it, and then you would just hear, oh, and it would be someone got hit in the balls because someone like took their mask off, and you can't see shit when you have those masks on. So everyone's looking this way with a mask on, and someone like looks around like, who's going to get it? Just who's ever next to him. Boom, right in the sack. Oh, and they drop down. Hyatt would like flip up his mask and like look and like see that someone was on the ground because they just got hit in the balls, and just fucking shake his head and go right back to welding. Like, it was just normal. And that was, it wasn't our class, but there was this kid, fucking Nick, that he was in the 5th period class, I remember. And every time there was a sub, which we had subs quite often because Hyatt was like part of the FHA deal, so he would have to leave with them all the time.
Uh-huh.
We would always still be able to weld. It would just be like fucking do your own welding shit day. And this kid, Nick, fucking filled like a Smith's shopping bag with acetylene gas and lit it on fire, and it was essentially like a small bomb went off, right, and it like flexed the windows in the building and all this shit. So ever since then, we always had to watch fucking Planet Earth when there was no more welding, and it was just, they like punished us by forcing us to watch Planet Earth.
Wow.
But then I remember one time when we were watching Planet Earth, this kid Taylor was like, all right, dude, I'm going to McDonald's, like, who wants something? And so, like, we all gave him money. And then, so his dumbass, this kid's, like, fucking 6'3" and probably, like, 120 pounds, like, scrawny as fuck. And he's got this big-ass, like, XL sweatshirt on. And he tells the teacher, like, can I go to the bathroom? She's like, yeah. He comes back, like, 15 minutes later, and his jacket is just filled like this with fucking McDonald's underneath it. And he walks to the front table where we all sat, and just like unloads all this McDonald's all over the table. And I remember that was the day that he was just doing stupid shit, like saying how strong his fucking teeth were. And he's like, dude, I could bite through this right now like a sauce packet.
Yeah.
And it just squirts all over the table. And they just put a glove on top of it, didn't clean it up. And that shit was there for like 2 weeks. And that was also the same day that he started, dude, my teeth are so strong. And he starts brushing his teeth with a fucking wire brush. like that you clean slag off of the welds with.
Ew.
And he starts brushing his teeth. It starts fucking bleeding.
Dude,
You got this shit fucking
I
done
can't get
yet?
it. I can't even filter it, dude.
Why don't you just
Oh,
go?
here we go. Here we go. Loading.
You could just go on the internet and go to Yelp.com, dude.
I did. I couldn't filter by rating. But it's about to be done. It's installing, dude.
It's going to take forever.
It's done, dude.
All right, give me that shit.
Why?
Because I've been talking for fucking 4 minutes while you've been looking at your phone.
4 minutes. That ain't shit, dude.
Check the time, dude.
Try being a teacher.
Talking all the time while no one's listening.
Yeah.
All right, welding. Where are we going?
First
Somewhere
one.
near here.
Yeah.
Sort.
Hear me.
Rating. This is a podcast, so you can say something.
All right, guys. Keep on looking here. I don't know what that says, but I'm trying to read it.
Where's Jake work, dude?
Jake? I don't know what it's called. We were just delivered a sign. This is probably for you. It says,
Yeah, I don't.
Marquee anal shots, no glass weld.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what both those are now. I'm still trying to find a fucking welding place here that has some reviews. All right, here's one.
Oh, I hit the mic.
So,
Anyone out there a welder? Dude, if you're a welder, let's step your comment or a review.
Like,
I don't know what to say while you're looking, dude. This is tough. Like, we're on a subject that I crushed. I went to welding 4 years, Carson High. Pro, dude. Pretty much pro. Built a fucking freestyle MX ramp. 8th grade. Or in Carson Middle. No, that was Carson High. Fucking sophomore year, freshman year, I built the fucking FMX ramp. And I forgot who it was that knows, dude. It was sick. It was sick. It was a booter. I still got it. It'd be a sick mountain bike jump right now. It'd be so fun.
It'd be sick if you rode mountain bikes.
I was so good that I welded Adam Conway, our previous guest. I welded his subframe on his dirt bike back together, and he did enduro cross, which is a really high, intense, and demanding fucking racing on a dirt bike. And it held up for months. And then finally broke. Someone else welded it, it broke instantly. I'm just saying, dude. I weld. If anyone out there needs any metal work done, hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram at JP Films, dude. I'll weld. It should be at JP Fab. But I'm working on getting that business license here soon. You know what I mean? Anyone out there?
Dude, you know what you could have been doing this whole time?
Salamat. Anyone out there is Filipino? I just want to say salamat.
You know what you could have been doing this whole time instead of forcing everyone to shut it off?
What?
Doing the intro.
Oh. Fuck.
Stupid ass.
Fuck. All right, here we go. Sing. To deck one, shitty Yelp review. Welding.
Tech1designs.com for all your welding needs. Welcome back, everyone that just hit the skip forward 4 times. Thanks for staying with us. All right, here's a fucking review. These are hard to find because all these small welding shops, they'll have like 2 reviews and they're both 5 stars.
Right.
So I've just been going through all of them. So here's one. This is for Relentless Off-Road Fabrication over in Sparks. So you could go there and get some shit welded. And they have one 1-star review made by this guy named William M. that apparently doesn't understand that this is a review site and not a message board, because it says, Actually, you are the one that didn't call me back from September through December, which equates to 4 times, and I had to stop by your shop, and you misplaced my phone number. At the end of December, we made an appointment for January, and I mentioned to you that my Jeep didn't have a top, and I'd be by weather pending. Anyhow, if I was a business owner, I probably wouldn't go with the misleading slant you did. Bottom line, you lost a customer and the ones I told about my experience. Yeah. I was going to read the second part, but it's the same fucking shit. It's
dumb, dude. What? Anyone out there needs some fucking welding work, don't go to that shop. Come to me. I got you. My dad's got a welder. We got this. Can't do aluminum. Sorry. I know a guy, though. Lex, the class clown. He's a welder now.
Oh, we should have taken the subframe to them.
No, I don't know if he can do aluminum, but probably better than me.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
That was a fucking atrocity, dude. Fucking plastic was all melted and shit.
I had a huge hole in the aluminum and stuff. Had to refill it.
Settings were a little off.
I didn't know what to set it as, and we called the guy. He was on a Cancun trip or whatever. He was like on the beach trying to tell us, yeah, turn it to here, turn it to here. I was like, I got it, Carl. Don't even. I'm a 4-year CHS welder, dude. Like, you just enjoy your margarita. I'm gonna weld. We were in his shop too. It was sick. Never met him.
And you don't want to because he probably fucked his shit up.
Yeah, he probably had to sell that welder. He had a nice
dude,
place.
I got like 3-4 more stories about this kid Taylor on the welding.
Oh yeah,
This
what's
kid
that
did
sign?
some stupid shit.
Let's hear it, dude. Taylor.
All right. Well, one time before the shit happened with Nick, where we couldn't weld anymore when there was a sub.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a sub, and Taylor tried to. There was like a automatic. I don't even know what it's called, but it was like a plasma cutter that was computer guided back then, and it was like badass. I'm sure it's like nothing now, but he was trying to figure out how to. He had like 1/4-inch plate loaded into the thing, and he was trying to figure out. He like designed this big dick in the program, like on Hyatt's computer. He like logged into it and everything, and we could never figure out how to make it work, but he was trying to get that thing to cut it out, and then he was going to weld it on top of the machine.
Oh my God.
But there was just dicks all over this fucking shop. I remember Hyatt made him for like 2 whole periods grind off all these dicks everywhere because he would just weld, like take the wire feed and in the different booths, just weld penises like on the fucking workspace, every bench, like there was shit drawn everywhere. Every time Hyatt would leave his computer open, he would draw a dick in paint and set it to his fucking background and then turn the projector on. So there would just be a huge dick on the screen all the time.
Jeez.
Like shit like that. And then what that sign said that Neil just delivered, one of them was one day there was the marquee for the school that always says like school dance 729 or whatever,
right.
You know. It said free shot clinic on it one day, and then there was something below it. So during class he went out there with his hood on because he knew there was cameras and shit, and then he changed it to free shit clinic and during school, and then just came back in because there was another row of words where there was an I. And so he just took the O off and put the I on there. So it said free shit clinic on both sides. And they saw him do it on the camera. So like the vice principal comes in, Mr. Morgan, and he fucking like grilled Hyatt, like who is it? And Hyatt knew who it was and he didn't rat him out.
Really?
Yeah. And like he never got in trouble for it. And then what did the other one say? Oh, his dumbass. So like if you try to weld with no mask on, like it fucks your eyes up because it's so bright. And I forget what it's called, but you get this thing where it feels like sandpaper when you shut them because your eyes like get sunburnt. And this stupid ass kid was like, dude, I'm pretty sure like if I just weld like a little bit a day, like he was going to try to acclimate his eyes so then he could, by the end of the semester, just weld with no mask on. And we're like, dude, that's not going to work. And he's like, dude, it'll work. And then I see him over there, you know, we're trying to learn how to wire feed and shit. And so he's still doing the work, but his face is like 8 inches or less away from the piece that he's welding. And he's got his eyes like yours. like just trying to keep them open, but like shut, like so hard, just welding like that. And then I had him in a history class the next day. Same situation with Luke. He failed it the year before, and then he was in my class, the 11th grade class, when he was in 12th grade. And he was like, dude, I couldn't fucking sleep last night. Like my eyes felt like sandpaper. But he was always doing shit like that. And then like the big thing at the end of the year, or near the end of the year, happened. So this classroom was kind of shaped like an L, and there was like a big shop, and then it turned 90 degrees. And then at the end of the L, there was like the actual classroom, and there was a bunch of windows in between so you could see out into the shop. So Hyatt was out there with, it was like, this class got over at like 11:32, I think, is when we went to lunch. 11:15 every day, we're fucking packed up and no one's doing shit for the rest of the day. So it was like 11:20. So all of us were in the classroom already, like ready to go to lunch. And that's when he started taking attendance at the end of class, because all of us would just leave at like 11 every day to go to lunch. And Hyatt is within range, probably like 20 feet outside of the glass in that area of the shop that you could see right from the classroom, with all the nerds that were still working and like actually gave a fuck. And so he's like, Hyatt has his back to the glass and all these kids are around him and he's like showing them whatever. So Taylor gets up on this table that's right next to the glass, turns around, pulls his pants down. So he's bare ass, like, so you could see his ass. And he does the goat. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Where you fucking, if anyone doesn't know what the goat is, it's where you pull your pants down and you take your balls in between your legs and like
pinch them.
Put your legs together so your balls are stuck on the backside of your legs.
Yeah.
And then you bend over so you can see the balls. So he does that. He does the goat, bends over.
The goat.
He bends over and then fucking knocks on the glass so everyone can see. So they all look up and all the kids start laughing. And Hyatt's like, what the fuck are you guys laughing at? And he turns around and you just hear him. He's all, what the fuck? And he is like the coolest fucking teacher at the school for sure. And like, I've never seen him actually pissed except for this one day. Like he would get frustrated with those dumbasses, but he was like, what the fuck? And he brought everyone into the classroom. And he like lectured us for like 10 minutes, actually pissed off. And I'm trying to think exactly what he said, but he was like, all this, he like goes on and on and on. He's like, all this class is known for is hitting each other in the balls, drawing dicks, and drug use. And this kid, Casey, was sitting in the front row and he starts laughing, and Casey was pretty big, especially for like a high schooler. And he starts laughing and Hyatt like looks right to his right where Casey is, like, don't think I'm not talking to you, steroids. And then he goes on and he's just like directing this all at Taylor basically. And he's like, I will do everything in my power to make sure that you do not graduate. And like all this shit. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
That was sick.